We didn't get around to doing a results video last week, so we have 2 full weeks for you today. Starting off with results from UFC Vegas 97, we weren't able to watch this card because we were off at a wedding, but we don't appear to have done very well. We went 5 for 9 on wagers and mostly cashed on favorites with only one underdog paying. After some fight cancellations, our total risk came in at 15.3 units, and we returned 4.25% less for a loss of 0.65 units on this card. Moving on to Bellator San Diego, where our overview looks much better. The model cashed on 4 of 6 predictions, all of those being book favorites. By the end of the card, we were 0.15 units in the green for an ROI of just over 1%. This helped us recover just a little from the UFC card, and we ended up down only half a unit on the weekend. Then, we have this past weekend. Both Bellator and UFC had cards again. Let's have a look first at an overview for UFC 306. This is disgusting. I don't know that we've ever seen a UFC card with so much red. We had a few glimmers of hope, but for the most part, this card was a massive loser for us. A glance at the numbers offers even more red. It was a big night for underdogs. Unfortunately, that didn't match up with any of the dogs that we bet on. We had 21.75 units riding on this card and only managed to return 14.95, losing nearly 7 full units. Let's move on to Bellator London and see how that went. The model was able to make predictions on 4 fights, but one fell through, so we were left with 3 wagers. Cashing on 2 of those 3 with 1 favorite and 1 underdog. We were able to profit 1 unit on this card, which may have saved me from a total meltdown. Again, the Bellator card did its best to pull us out from the fire, but unlike last week, we were just too deep, losing 5.8 units on Saturday. Unfortunately, we have failed to be profitable for 2 straight weeks now, causing a big drop at the end of the graph. None of our percentages moved much on the results, but losing on some big favorites has hurt our bankroll. Over the past 2 weeks, we've dropped more than 6 units out of our profit, and our ROI has been cut in half. The small wins that we have accumulated over the past month are gone, but we remain profitable. On the upside, this does coincide with a massive amount of new PFL and Bellator fights being added to the database. I have a hard time believing that the prediction model is being skewed so heavily because of this, but to be on the safe side, I will be running UFC predictions with and without other promotions for the time being. Then we can see how this affects the output and decide how to proceed with future bets. Thank you guys for watching. We are potentially looking at bringing you PFL, MENA playoffs, and possibly even the Invicta card coming up this week. We haven't decided yet, but we are running the numbers and seeing what those bets would look like. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.